Hey guys, this is Connor at Conquest Human Performance. I'm going to share some of my thoughts today about how I think social media likely influences your perspective, how it likely changes your mindset, and how it could likely contribute to some mental health issues down the road. I bring this up because it's something I've been looking at a lot lately, researching a lot lately, and talking to professionals about. And I do think there's tremendous value in thinking about these things. I'm not an expert on these things. All I can really do is kind of relate what I've learned and what I've observed. So, the thing that primarily has been grabbing my attention today and just recently um, is how the ego might be affected by activity on social media. And when I say ego, I mean that identity that you create, that you determine, that you pick and choose different aspects that go into it that you present to the world. My ego is the collection of pieces of my identity that I want you to think about. I am a manual osteopath. I am this. I am that. I am a reader. I am blah, blah, blah. I get to pick and choose the things that I want you to see about me and think about me for the most part. Maybe you have some heightened perception you can see right through my BS. But in any case, the ego is that mask that we fashion to sit between our true selves and the world. It's a means of protecting your true self by putting this mask in the way. I put it there, I tell you what it looks like and what it's made out of, and you can't really see me. So my true self is not in any danger. Problem with that is that the ego is super unstable, and indulging it too much allows it to take everything as a threat. So how does this relate to social media? Well, what does that idea that I just talked about there, how you make your ego, how you make that identity, what does that sound like? Does that sound exactly like the way many people treat your social media profiles, like a Facebook profile or an Instagram profile? I can take 1,000 pictures of myself today, and 999 of them can be less than impressive. But if I take one good one, with if it's Instagram and fitness, then we're talking about shirtless or a butt shot, obviously. But if I take one good one and the lighting's perfect and I look good, I can put that up. And what I'm telling you is that that's the way I look. I have that body. You could glance at me any old time and I would look exactly like that. Social media and our profile pages are highlight reels. I get to show you exactly what I want to show you, and you can't see anything else about me unless I determine that you get to see it. So I can put up the best stuff. I can put up the highlight reel, the absolute best lifts. I can show you that I'm doing impressive things with impressive people in impressive places, and I can make you want to go there, and I can show you that I'm rich, and I can show you that I have social approval through having lots of likes, etc. So your profile page is like the perfect analog for your ego. And I think that this becomes dangerous when you start actually connecting those two, because it's very easy to do. You just start playing the Instagram game and you start building this profile and you start putting things out there that you like about yourself and that you care about. And all of a sudden you've got this identity forming around those things that you posted, and you're getting social approval because people are looking at them and liking them, etc. So you are strengthening this identity that you are creating, whether or not it's how you actually feel, it's how you actually think, it's how you actually are the 24 hours of the day. You become this fabrication, or you start thinking like this fabrication, You start thinking about how you can strengthen this fabrication. You start thinking about how come I didn't get so many likes on this video or on this picture. Is that a slight? Is that an offense? Are people saying they don't like me or they don't like what I just posted? And in many ways, that same fragile state that the ego lives in shows up on social media. And I think that's a pretty easy trap to fall into. I know that I have thought that way before. I wasn't conscious of it when I was doing it, but in reflecting on how I use social media, I can see that I chose this because of this, and I chose this because I want people to think that. And you know what? You can't always just live in the highlight reel. And when you don't live in the highlight reel, but you present the highlight reel to everyone else, there's a discrepancy there that's going to be kind of painful. And anytime your highlight reel is perceived as not good enough or not valuable enough, well, there are going to be some serious problems. That's some serious offense to try to stomach. So I think that playing that social game can be a real problem, even just from building your own profile. And I think this doesn't happen to everyone. I think that a lot of people use their Instagram and their Facebook and they post things and share things, and you know, they're doing it just because, hey, that's a funny meme that made me laugh, I'm going to put that up. Or they're sharing, like I share a lot of things because there's educational content in it, and in most cases, I want my clients or the people I interact with to know what I'm sharing. But sometimes it's just going to be me sharing something because, you know, that is what I want you to think about what I think. If I share a nutrition article on a certain topic, you can probably bet that my views are aligned with those views. So it's me saying, hey, everybody, look, this is what I think on this topic. These are my beliefs. Clearly someone else is thinking about it. Therefore, I have some value. So you have to be careful with what you're thinking when you're putting this content out there. I definitely think it can be done for the right reasons. I'm not saying that building your profile is bad, but I am saying that you should be conscious in that moment and think, am I posting this because A, I want people to think a certain thing about me? B, I just really feel like I need some likes right now. C, I think it can help other people. That's a funny one, especially in my business and fitness, because I just shared something the other day from Lyle McDonald. He was talking about, there was a research study about how, you know, shirtless, muscular, lean selfies do not motivate people to exercise at all. So there's that whole fitness motivation piece on Instagram just shot in the foot. But anyways, be conscious of why you're sharing these things. Be conscious of what you put up. Think about what highlight reel you're presenting to the world and what you're saying about yourself, and if you believe what you're saying about yourself. I think these are important questions to ask, because if you don't ask them and you fall into this trap and you're just falling deeper and deeper into an egotistical state, then we're talking about a lot of volatility and irritability and problems with validation and happiness in real life. And I do absolutely think that that could come from overuse and abuse of social media. What do you think? Let me know what you think, because I'm not an expert on this. These are just my own explorations into my own thinking based on what I've learned. So I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and leave some comments below so we can talk about it.